Getting out and giving back. That's how Barbara Traynor is spending her golden years. In her book, Second Career Volunteer, she offers a passionate, penny-wise approach to retirement. Barbara Traynor joins me now. Welcome, Barbara. It's great to have you with us.
Hello, Jocelyn. Thank you for having me.
You really have come up with something unique. Oh, well, it's been going on for quite some time, but
Yes.
you have brought this to the forefront. You retired, but you really haven't retired because you're volunteering.
Yes, I do volunteer 6 months of the year, but when I was approaching retirement, I had been a single parent for years and no travel, no money, so I had to be creative. And someone emailed me, they were in Alaska, they were hooking up at a college, and they said, oh, this college offers free room and board. They supplement their staff with volunteers, offering free room and board. So I began to rethink retirement.
So you saw this as a way to move on to something different?
Yes, something to be on my own schedule, even though I would work. You do have a work schedule, but you have weekends and evenings free, and you go into a multi-generational, multicultural community. So you're not alone. You can be a couple, you can be a single, you can be a young person, whatever, but you're not alone once you get there.
So they pay for room and board.
They give you room and board.
So that's something you don't have to worry about.
Correct.
So you were living on, in your book, Social Security.
Yes, I'm on Social Security.
And you sold your home.
I sold a condo. I lived in Southbury at Heritage Village. Sold that, and I was actually homeless for a year, but I have 3 children in kind of like a triangle area. So I thought, oh, I'll just bunk with them. And then fortunately my son, who's in upstate New York, said, how about an in-law arrangement? And that's what we have, but I have a separate entrance. So in January, I leave Albany for parts then known.
Exactly.
And I go back in at the end of May.
What's interesting, though, is that you started your volunteer career in Alaska.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Well, I received, prior to age 65, because I had to wait till then, so I would have Medicare, I would have coverage. I received an email saying, oh, we're up here in Alaska hooking up. They had an RV, friends had an RV. And this college offers free room and board. They supplement their staff to volunteers. So I began to rethink retirement.
Now, you wrote this book to share your information.
Yes.
And why was it so important that you wanted to share this with everybody else?
Well, once I found out, it's a word of mouth network. And it's an option now for retirees, for the boomers coming up, for the unemployed, for college grads. It's an option for those who now have reduced financial options.
But with lots of time
Yes.
in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about the unemployment.
Yes.
The unemployed and the folks who just graduated with no jobs and they're looking for something. How does that help them?
Well, a lot of college graduates come out and they're looking for jobs. Right now it's difficult. One place, Heifer International in Arkansas. Heifer is been around since the 40s. They help communities become self-sustaining through gifts of livestock or trees or whatever. They have a 1,200-acre ranch in Perryville, Arkansas, in the middle of nowhere, but it's a 200-acre learning center. They need a lot of volunteers. And their volunteer coordinator will discuss parameters with you, responsibilities, housing, so forth and so on. But the college students go out there, they don't have to live with mom and dad, and they're working, they're adding to their resume while sending out resumes. And they're in a multi-generational, multicultural environment.
So this is also perfect for the unemployed.
Yes.
Let's take a look at a picture that you brought along to share with us. What is this?
I'm riding a water buffalo
And where
appropriately at Heifer in Arkansas. I had never been to Arkansas, but I also got to bottle feed baby goats while working as receptionist for the ranch.
Let's talk about some of the jobs you've taken on as a volunteer. So you've been an administrative assistant.
I was an administrative assistant for 40-odd years.
So you used those skills
Yes.
to as a volunteer, and then you worked at Heifer, volunteered at Heifer.
I was assistant to the CFO at the college in Alaska. I've also been assistant to a head of school in Albuquerque. At Heifer, I free up the rest of the staff because I answer the phone, put out the mail, do things for education, wherever I can fill in that leaves a staff member to better perform their responsibilities.
There are all kinds of organizations you mentioned in this book.
Yes.
When I was looking through this last night, this book really speaks to so many of us, not just for retirees. You mentioned so many already, but even high school kids.
Well, you do have to be 18.
Okay.
Because of the liability. So you do have to be 18. But college students come out on break. The Learning Center at Heifer accepts, they come out from daycare on up. And my granddaughter, who's now a sophomore at Elmira, came out to visit me while I was out there. And she was able to see this multicultural, multi-generational community that you work in. But while I was in Florida, I actually helped write a grant for a woman who wanted to make a DVD for her butterfly garden. And then I did teacher worksheets. And so I do whatever my talents allow me.
Exactly, and in this book, you really do name many organizations.
There's
They're
an A
looking
to
for
Z index.
Great people who want to volunteer.
Yes.
And you wanted to share with us, too, something you've made.
Yes. Those are moccasins that we handmade in Alaska because there's the dark time. Between October and March, it's light at 9 o'clock and dark at 3. They have they have music, they have all kinds of stuff. This was at the little national park, and Margaret, who is a native Tlingit, there's sealskin and beaver, and she taught us how to do the Russian beading. That's a Tlingit leaf pattern, which is spring, summer, fall, and winter. And so we did the beading, and then we made the moccasins with sinew, and I use them. I mean, they're well worn on the bottom.
Oh, they look great. All right, for more information, you can visit with Barbara. She has an upcoming book signing tomorrow, October 18th at Fairfield Library.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
At 7 p.m. at Fairfield Library.
Very good. And November 1st at the Bethel Library.
Bethel, yes.
And the name again of the book is Second Career Volunteer. It really speaks to so many people. Take a look if you're interested. Barbara, again, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.